Now in the last couple of videos I've used an old ion turntable I picked up at a car boot sale for a few quid, and actually it was a very good buy because I've used it in so many videos and it's a really convenient turntable. It does 33, 45 and 78 speeds. However, I thought it was only fair to give it a bash with a homebrew turntable as well, and it's been sort of successful, and I'll explain what I mean in a moment. Anyway, just to quickly go over what I've actually got. So this is my homebrew turntable here. I've made a couple of very minor adjustments. I've basically fitted an extra bearing, so there used to be just like one bearing in there. I'll just show you the sort of thing that's in there. I've got piles and piles and piles of these small bearings, and it used to just have one in, and now it's got two, and it's more stable, to be honest. It doesn't wobble quite so much, and I've also put on this sort of clamp arrangement in the middle here, so this clamps the record down, and that's because the turntable is only really just sort of CD size. So with the sound box on the edge of the record over here, I was having problems with the record sort of tilting off the central pin. What else have I done? So as far as the turntable itself is concerned, I've just increased the speed slightly because I was having problems with it slowing down under the weight of the sound box. Now moving on to the actual linear tracking gramophone itself, I've added a pivot here. So basically this is now pivoted, and this thing here is just basically a holder so that it holds it up away from the record. And I've also added this arrangement at the end here, which basically allows it to slide back and forth, but doesn't allow the sound box to rotate. So it can't rotate in this sort of direction like this, or in this plane like this. This pair of plastic tubes here keep it at the same angle, and I've lubricated very slightly the bottom one as well with a little bit of oil, so that it actually does move back and forth very smoothly. One thing that has occurred to me is that due to the lever effect, when the sound box is over here, there's going to be more weight on the record, or more leverage on the record, than when the sound box is over here. So actually the speed of the record may actually vary between the outside edge and the inside edge, and that's going to particularly affect this turntable, because this turntable has only got a really quite weak 12 volt stepper motor, and does suffer from speed fluctuations due to pressure. Now you may wonder why I've got a different sound box on. Previously I had on this sound box here, which is one of my own creation. Now when testing this out, initially I just slapped down the turntable as it was and used this sound box, and I just couldn't get it to work properly. The the needle just kept jumping out the groove, and I was just getting the same track repeated again and again and again, or the same groove repeated again and again and again. And it's taken quite a lot of adjustment, you know, this thing on top here, the extra bearing, quite a lot of adjustment here to actually get it to work reliably. And because I did get it to work reliably with this sound box, which is a bit heavier, I've left it like that for the minute. However, I'm going to do another test. I'm going to put this sound box on and try getting this one to run as well. Not very happy. Let's try twisting the sound box around a bit more. Okay, well you can see there, I had to put my finger on there and put a bit more pressure down. So this sound box does work okay, but the whole arrangement isn't heavy enough to actually sufficiently push the tone arm. So basically the needle jumps out the groove more easily than the pressure from the groove pushes the tone arm. So basically I need more weight on this if I have any hope for this homemade sound box to actually work. What I've also noticed is that during testing I've seen a fair amount of black dust on the end of the needles, which suggests to me that this is a bit of a record killer. So although it's good fun and you know, I think looks the part as a sort of interesting contraption, I also think that it's probably not something that I will use a great deal. Okay, well I've very crudely added a bit more weight on the front here, and it does seem to be rather better. So let's give that a shot. Okay, well that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and if you have enjoyed this video, please subscribe to Mr. RG Stuff. Thank you.